Is it a good idea to plot revenge against your boss?
Ooh, I'm going to go with a hot no.
I mean, if you've already quit, yeah.
Probably not. You don't want to be leaving like a paper trail of evidence of your plot.
No.
But when the opportunity for revenge just falls right in your lap,
Okay.
you have to take it.
Oh.
Okay.
And that's why one of our listeners chose to spring into action and get even with the man who made her work life a living hell.
Ooh.
And she says, honestly, it may have been the best thing she ever did for her career.
Uh-oh.
You're going to hear it in a brand new Mass Speaker coming up at 7:10.
You don't know me.
A confession I can't take back.
I am
The Masked Speaker.
Texas 78592 says, every time I make a single slice of toast, I alternate the slot in the toaster machine so the other slot doesn't feel left out.
Oh, that's so
thoughtful.
sweet.
Balance. I like that.
It's a fair thing, because especially with smart appliances now, they're going to catch feelings. And the fridge is going to be jealous of the air fryer because the air fryer's hooking up with the coffee maker right in front of his ex, the smart kettle, who just has to sit there and watch it happen right on the counter.
The
And the smart kettle
audacity.
will whistle at you, too.
Oh, yeah. So, and I bet the people listening right now are jealous of the woman that we have on the phone ready to confess her secret live on the radio. And she's chosen to go by the name Veronica today. So, Veronica, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you so much.
That's a fun, secret name. Veronica.
Yeah, Veronica.
Yeah. How are you feeling right now?
Pretty good. This is sort of a different thing,
Yes.
but I'm glad to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you got to do hard stuff to get to the good part. Once you get this off your chest, you'll feel so much better.
It feels good to
Yeah.
let stuff go, especially if all your exes are listening and get super jealous, too. So,
Just like that tea kettle.
just like that
Yeah.
tea kettle. So, Voice Changer is on. You are the Mass Speaker. Whenever you're ready, let's hear your confession, Veronica.
Okay, well, years ago, I had a part-time job. I was an intern with this company. I was going to school and working, so my days were pretty full, and I just had a horrible male boss.
Oh, God, I can imagine, especially back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he just tried to undermine everybody because I think he was so... Now I realize how insecure he probably
Right.
was.
Yeah.
But at the time,
And when he found out that I was going to school as well, he just said, I don't know why you're even bothering me. You're so incompetent anyway. You're not going to succeed in the
Jeez.
business world. You're never going to go anywhere in our company.
Oh,
You know what?
You sound just like my dad.
yeah. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that Jeffrey has that motivational poster in his office.
I
Yeah.
do. It brings me right back home.
Yeah, you'll never amount to anything.
Oh,
Dad.
still haven't reached there. But
What did you do? How did you overcome it?
Well, after I worked with him for not too long, I found out what his soft spot was. And his real weakness was public speaking. He had a lot of bravado when he was on a one-to-one thing or if it was over the phone, but he also was responsible for making fairly regular presentations. And he let it slip that he really didn't like to do these. This was not his arena at all.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, it makes sense. He's like an insecure dude who doesn't
Right.
want to be put on display,
Yeah,
you know,
doesn't wanna
like
look bad.
by people that he knows are smarter than him, you know.
so now that you know that his weakness is public speaking, what do you do with that?
Oh, you sit in the back and mock him, heckle him the whole time? You suck!
I thought I would go a slightly different route for this one.
Okay.
So he had a very big presentation. This was like the quarterly bigwig. Everybody who counted was there. And because he didn't like to speak in public, the only way he could get through it was with a little liquid courage.
Oh, he drank on the job?
Bro, this
yeah.
is radio. We've been in a radio studios where they're like, hey, you guys visiting, you guys want any drinks? We're
Yeah.
like, what?
What?
You guys have alcohol bottles in your
Although we don't
office?
do any presentations that are
No,
important here.
no, we just like to drink.
Yeah.
Radio,
not
yeah.
quite the same at all.
Wow. Okay. Your boss is drinking before his presentations now.
All
So
right.
he just wanted to go have, wanted
nip?
to give him a little nip just to give him a little, courage.
Okay.
So
Loosen him up a little bit.
I decided that maybe a little fair play was about due.
I'm dying. What did you do?
Yes.
Well, I decided that a different order of presentation might be helpful. So I mixed up the cards.
You mixed up the
Oh,
cards.
his like flash notes.
Oh, I thought for sure you put a laxative in his whiskey.
I thought you wrote something bad on the cards. Did you like read out loud?
Yo, how bad are we that we have other suggestions for
Yeah.
you? to
Yeah.
help
Oh, you
with
wanted
this?
him to Ron Burgundy.
Yeah, to
totally,
start with, like-
yeah.
Okay.
So he came back in, kind of refreshed. So he started the presentation. And it wasn't until he got into it that he realized that things were not going quite as planned.
First card. Thank you all for your time. Have a wonderful day.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Wait, hold on.
That's the last card.
Okay. Was he panicking?
If you could put a faucet of water dripping off his head, you'd get an idea of how profusely he was starting to
just
sweat.
sweating.
Wow.
What a simple way to just ruin this man.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
He was an easy target after he left himself, and I'm not proud of having done it, except for
Should
the
be.
fact that in hindsight, his behavior was atrocious.
Yeah, be proud.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we're fine
Yeah.
with that. So what happened? Did the bosses get mad that he didn't do a good job or?
Oh, they were very unhappy campers, completely.
Good.
And so, he was mumbling and he was not saying the words correctly. And it looked like he was completely out of control.
Well, to be fair, he had been drinking right before the presentation, so
True, yeah.
He was slurring.
he was vomiting. It was
Nah.
just a horrible, horrible
At
display.
one point, he got up and took his shirt off and smoked over his head.
Hey, who wants to fight before the presentation's over?
Man, that flashcard trick really did a number on him. So, what happened to your boss after the presentation was over and he had officially fallen flat on his face?
Well, he wasn't allowed to do any more presentations.
It kind of
Nice.
helped him.
Well, actually, yeah, he didn't want to, so
Yeah.
did him a
But
favor.
you don't get many promotions if you can't do a presentation.
Right.
man.
So it was clearly a demotion.
Wow. And what about you?
Well, they asked me to do the presentations going forward.
Hey, let's have the
Oh.
intern do it.
And
Look
then
you.
and then I was recruited to a bigger, better company.
Okay.
That is
Oh.
awesome.
And now your former boss drinks not just on the job, 24 hours a day.
There it is.
There we go.
Can't tell you. We have not exactly stayed in touch.
Okay,
Okay.
well, I'm just going to assume that that's where he is and that's where he belongs. So,
Well, good for you.
yeah, we're all proud of you, Veronica. And you should be proud of younger you for stepping up and taking a stand.
that's
And
right.
Was that your whole career?
I will tell you this. I will, at the end of this year, be resigning from that company, and I have started my own program.
Hey.
All right, good for you.
So I'm going to be my own boss.
Yay.
Okay.
So you can yell at yourself.
Yeah, and drink whenever you want.
Yep.
Text in 78592 if you have a confession you've been holding on to. We'll hide your identity, mask your voice, and make you our next mass speaker. Your phone tap's coming up right after this.